you had to summarize Egg Academy in like a really solid sentence, like what would you say? How would you wrap everything into it?
So how do we get started? We started off running a gaming and technology after school program. So one time a week, students would come for an after school program, and we were running I don't know how, managed to trust the parents to let us run it out of the tribe house, which we lived at upstairs. But it was a cool place, and soon to be loved by us all, because we would gather in a room and try and organize, essentially have all these experiences that help us grow and learn, but also we had a mission to run a gaming tournament at the end of the 10 weeks.
So how did the game dev club start exactly?
Through the tribe house, we'd been running some LAN parties. We'd get together and play some video games with our friends. And so it turned out we had the technology, amazing technology, to run a game dev club from the tribe house. Thankfully, it required like quite a few computers.
This will be great. You know, they can make games and we can play the games, and you know that's really fun. Actually, you know, creating something. And yeah, so we managed to get, you know, a very small cohort of kids to come through. We met some of the students that are still with us today at the game dev club. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's like the reach the end of the level game where there's like different levels where you have to solve puzzles and like get past obstacles.
Yeah.
And it's like pirate style, so like you start off like in the deck of the ship and then you escape, and then you're on the top deck and then the ship starts sinking, so you have to escape. You have to escape the sinking ship while the Kraken is attacking. And basically then you do some more puzzles on a deserted island.
Okay.
And there's also like enemies that you have to kill, and like different weapons that you can find throughout levels.
Nice. It was amazing to see the different creative forms come out, and it was amazing. It started to see like what different ways young people could use these things. Just catching the seed of that idea.
We thought, let's get all the students in for the weekend, and you know, it's like a camp almost, like come and do a game jam, come together and let's all make one massive game as a big group. Let's take all of the students so far and let's make a big banger of a game. We created a game called Shipwrecked. Shipwrecked is a puzzle platformer. You play as Greg the astronaut exploring an unknown planet and trying to find the pieces of his rocket ship to fly home. In Shipwrecked, you can transition yourself between a mass and no mass object, and you have to use this mechanic to make your way through the different levels that are crafted. So Shipwrecked is on Steam, and we have a demo coming out pretty soon.
Hello, I've taken over the internet. I am in command. We're gonna raid New World.
I got the Kit Kat Gold. You wouldn't understand, guys. You wouldn't understand how good the Kit Kat Gold is. Kit Kat Gold is bussin'.
I think from there we sort of looked around at the space and what we had done in Tribe with these students, and I think at the time I was thinking, how can we bring this energy and this community to more people? Like, how do we get more people being an egg and doing creative things?
Tell me about the first time we welcomed new students in the Coliseum.
Yeah, I think we started out in this giant egg, and we slowly kind of had to expand our content kind of course to course, and we created this big Colosseum area with this massive kind of traditional like Roman Colosseum where we would get the kids to sit down and do our speeches and all of that before the sessions. And I think it was really awesome to see when we had invited a new cohort of students. We had a couple students come in, everyone gathered together in this massive arena and cheer and shout and see the new students run down the stairs for the first time. It was really cool to see all of this play out in this virtual space. We were able to create this good community where everyone was really welcoming and had lots of passion and energy. It was really fun.
It was all about creating, and we were all focused around creating because that was cool because we had so much content that was coming through, but there was a missing element. And so we kept going round and round and round in circles, and we finally got to this word, which was connecting. And it sort of really stuck. When we came to it, we sort of didn't get too far beyond that. We were connecting, the internet. Connecting / is disconnecting us, isolating us. And so the word really stuck, and it suddenly became clear that we had all this creativity happening, but we needed it to be in service of something effectively. And as we look back at all of our shenanigans and all our experiences, what we realized that all of our creativity had a second purpose, which was to connect the world through creativity was the aim, and it sort of threaded the needle for everything that we were doing at the Academy. And so that became our motto and our understanding of what we were trying to achieve in a simple way. My favorite memory was like at one of the graduation ceremonies. We weren't sure how many parents were turning up to these graduation ceremonies because the idea was that the kid would control the Minecraft character and we'd invite parents to stand behind them to participate. And so me and June had no idea how many parents were turning up or not. And we were like, why don't we try and figure out? And so we designed this, we had this idea of like, why don't we invite parents to the stage to say what their name is and what their job is. And like, I just remember that we were all standing there and had announced that we're gonna do this. So any parents want to come to the stage, and it was like crickets. It was like dead. And then eventually like one of these characters like jumped up to the stage, like walked up to the stage and stood by the mic and was like, hi, I'm Remi's dad. What do you say? I'm an artist or something? And it was like this moment of like, oh hurrah! I don't know why I felt so good about that moment.
Yeah, hi. My favourite memory from the Academy was the boat racing, the pirate thing. That thing was so fun, man. Like honestly.
I'll probably say my favourite thing is how Kane and Juniper and all of the rest of the students really encourage you to make really amazing and interesting things, and seeing what others make. It's really helped me thinking about the way I use technology. That isn't like a favourite moment, it's just a favourite aspect of the Egg Academy.
My favourite memory of Egg Academy was the game jam, because the students all had so much fun working together and they produced a really cool game.
My favourite memory of Egg Academy was either making epic nachos at game jam or dressing up as a pirate and going down the Avon.
Oh, it's so tough. There's like so many options. I think my favorite memory out of all of Egg Academy is just looking back right to the start when it was just a small group of creators sitting in a backyard watching a trailer for a game that we had just created over the weekend. And it was quiet, the night was settling in, and I think that it was my favorite moment in Egg Academy because not only had we created this really cool video game, and we even created this crazy trailer that the students had acted out, but we were all brought together in this kind of like, you know, backyard cinema experience with even parents, and we're all sharing this creativity, and everybody in that space was all invested in this really awesome creative movement and brought together to do something really creative. And I think that's just at the essence of Egg Academy, and so I think that's my favorite memory.